Hello, my name is Ursula, and I'll be bringing the reading for day 8, Oh Come, Let Us Adore Him. Today's verses are going to be coming from Luke chapter 7, verses 36 through 50. And it's a story of contrast. You have a Pharisee who is known as being righteous, and then you have a sinner, a woman that's known for being immoral. They both have an encounter with Jesus, but the outcome is very different. Verse 36. Now one of the Pharisees invited Jesus to have dinner with him. So he went to the Pharisee's house and reclined at the table. When a woman who had lived a sinful life in that town learned that Jesus was eating at the Pharisee's house, she brought an alabaster jar of perfume, and she stood behind him at his feet weeping. She began to wet his feet with her tears. Then she wiped them with her hair, kissed them, and poured perfume on them. When the Pharisee who had invited him saw this, he said to himself, If this man were a prophet, he would know who's touching him and what kind of woman she is, that she's a sinner. Jesus answered him, Simon, I have something to tell you. Tell me, teacher, he said. 2 men owed money to a certain moneylender. One owed him 500 denarii and the other 50. Neither of them had the money to pay him back, so he canceled the debt of them both. Now, which of them would love him more? Simon replied, I suppose the one who had a bigger debt canceled. You've judged correctly, Jesus said. Then he turned toward the woman and said to Simon, Do you see this woman? I came into your house. You did not give me any water for my feet, but she wet my feet with her tears and wiped them with her hair. You did not give me a kiss, but this woman, from the time I entered, has not stopped kissing my feet. You did not put oil on my head, but she has poured perfume on my feet. Therefore, I tell you, her many sins have been forgiven, for she's loved much. But he who has been forgiven little, loves little. Then Jesus said to her, Your sins are forgiven. The other guests began to say among themselves, Who is this who even forgives sins? Jesus said to the woman, Your faith has saved you. Go in peace. And now, as we reflect on the reading for today, what would Jesus be saying to you? And what do you see of his character? Would you worship him the same way Simon did? Simon didn't realize that he had many sins that needed to be forgiven. Or would you worship him as the woman who wept at his feet? Oh, come let us adore him today.